Hey everyone, this is Prattski, and I'm doing my first channel update here. We've reached a major milestone with 10 subscribers. I know I'm calling it major because I remember telling my son when I first started this, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we even got to like 10 subscribers? Wow, that'd be so interesting. Like, will it ever happen? And we've been on YouTube now for less than a month, and now we're actually currently at 11. So I want to thank all of you who have tuned in and subscribed to the channel. I definitely appreciate your support, and it's really encouraging, and it's been a fun process so far. And really, the reason that I've done this channel is that this is a hobby that I'm involved with, and that I love doing, and it's something that I'll probably be doing for a very long time. And as an effort to try to get more plugged into the community and meet people, and yeah, I figured doing some YouTube videos would be an interesting way to do that. And so we started it. We didn't even really have a vision in mind. We just knew that this would probably be something fun to do. And so, we started off just doing some, playthrough, talking about organization on games, and now it's morphed into some other things, and I'm now doing painting. I've got a series of me going through the process of learning how to paint. I'd never painted before. I don't have any tools or any equipment, and I went out, I got all the tools. I've now come back, and I've painted my first minis, and I absolutely loved it. And for that, I have Orin over at Rob's Tabletop World to thank. Thank you, buddy. Watching you explain in such a simple and concise way, and seeing your passion for wanting people just to get a brush in their hand and just express themselves through painting, not care what people think, just do it and have fun and enjoy doing it. And that's what I wanted to do. And so I've watched a lot of his Painting 101 tutorials and videos. I've watched him teach Tina, the board gamer, as well. And that just totally pushed me over the top and encouraged me to start painting. So now, I've got some finished minis that I've painted. I've got some others that are in progress. I've got some others that are primed and ready to go. So, I'm pretty excited to kind of keep that up. So if you haven't seen them already, go check out my Prattski Learns to Paint series. I think at this time, there's 5 episodes up. I've got one releasing per day, probably through the middle of next week, I think, and that will take us to completion of the first minis. I'll probably continue it too, maybe start talking about what I learned through the process, and what the challenges were, and what my questions still are, what techniques or difficulties do I want to try to figure out how to overcome, and just try to explore the thought process of somebody trying to learn how to paint, because that's exactly where I'm at, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that have yet to even try, so I'm hoping that maybe that'll be an encouragement to them. So we're going to keep up the painting. I love painting now. Even though I'm still new to it, I don't see myself slowing down. I can put on an audiobook, I can grab the brush, start painting. It's relaxing. I really like it. So we'll keep that up. We're going to keep the gameplays up. Another thing that I want to try to do some more of is involve my 11-year-old son. He's he's getting smarter, brighter. He's picking up more on the nuances of rules and games, and I want to get him in here playing with me more often. We'll record those, and maybe even start to get some of his thoughts on some games. Maybe we'll have like a post-game review where we'll talk about what we just did and think it through, figure out maybe what he could have done a little bit better, some things that maybe he forgot about. And that's all with the goal of just trying to show, what it's like to get your kids involved, or to get youngsters involved. And actually, that's one reason that I really, really like tabletop games. Kids these days are just absolutely bombarded by screens and video games, and that's all that they want to do. And I'm really kind of fearing that this generation is going to not have an imagination anymore. They're not going to be able to deal with being and feeling bored, and then figuring out, okay, how do I not be bored here without going to a video game or a phone or something like that. And this is such an awesome opportunity to help with that, to get kids excited about other things that are not screens and video games. And so I want my sons, I've got 3 boys, 11, 7, and 7, twins, and I want to be sitting around a table with them and exploring fun games together and spending quality time that way, and not just sending them off to a TV or whatever to keep them occupied. I want to be involved with them, and I think this is going to be one of those things that's going to really be something that we can all enjoy. And actually, another thing that I may add to this as well is I want to get my 11-year-old son explore to see if he's interested in modeling and painting. So what I thought about is that, at Hobby Lobby or any sort of hobby store, you can get cool models, like a tank or an airplane or a ship or something like that for relatively cheap. I've seen some as low as $6-7, and even some $15-20 ones actually were decent size and look pretty cool. And I think doing that might be a really cool experience to test for him what putting together a model is, gluing it all together, and getting rid of all the mold lines and filling in the cracks and then painting it. And I think I'm going to do that with him soon, and we'll see what he thinks of that. And we can add that to the channel as well. So yeah, we'll probably do a whole host of everything: reviews, gameplays, live streams, painting stuff, game organization. Kind of everything. And if you have any ideas of anything that you'd like to see or see more of that I've done so far, let me know. I am totally open. This channel isn't for me to try to grow a huge subscriber base. That's fun, and I thank everybody who's done that so far. But I'm not looking to make money. I'm not looking to be famous. I just want to share my love of this hobby with anybody who's wanting to watch. So that's where we're going with it, and I'll be continuing to do more and more. So here we go. Thanks for everybody who's watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.